Hey guys, Metal Jesus here. Now, a couple months ago, I did an update to my game room tour where I highlighted a bunch of odds and ends that I have in my collection. And in that video, I showed a case mod for an Xbox 360 by a company called Caliber 11. Soon after that video aired, I got contacted by a guy who actually worked at that company. His name's Parnell, and he's like, hey man, I've got a bunch of these cases sitting in my closet. Do you want them? Of course, being me, I'm a big fan of these things. I hadn't seen most of them, so I'm like, heck yeah, send me them. So he did. He sent me a box full of basically most of them that they made. And this is going to be a really quick video where I just show you these awesome Xbox 360 case mods. Now, I do need to mention that these cases only work with the redesigned, I believe it's a second generation of Xbox 360's, the S model or Slim Edition. All right, let's get to it and open up the first one here. This is the Battlefield 3. This is actually pretty awesome, and you can see that the box that they come in is fully licensed and really just a celebration of the game itself. So if you're an uber fan of Battlefield 3 or DICE, well, this is definitely a treat here. Thankfully, putting these together is pretty easy. There's not many parts. There's only 6 screws, and 4 of them are frankly optional. I'm going to show you that here in a bit. You start by putting these screws at the top here. That's primarily what holds the vast majority of this together. So again, very simple. It locks onto the top of the ridge of the Xbox 360S. Now, I mentioned that 4 of the screws are optional. That's because you don't have to use the cradle that this comes with. See, it has a cradle on one side of it where you can actually mount your headset. So if you play a lot of online gaming, which of course with Battlefield you probably would, that's where you can actually hang your headphones, which is pretty cool. Also notice that these cases take into consideration that your Xbox gets hot, so it won't block any of the ventilation. As a matter of fact, when you put it on its stand, it actually gets more ventilation from underneath it. So yes, you're putting the console on its side, but it's elevated slightly. When you have it all put together, I think it looks pretty badass. So obviously in the front here, you have the M18 Claymore, and there's a button on the top of it where you can cycle through different lights. So it'll blink, or it'll burn slowly, or it'll stay consistent. And then of course you have the smoke grenade that is labeled DICE as well. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Another nice little touch here. Notice that the stand and also the kind of lower third of the case there has this blue-gray smoke. Perfect for wartime, you know, getting you in the mood for playing some Battlefield. Also, notice the badge there, it says Battlefield 3. Overall, I think this is a really cool looking case. The next case that he sent me is licensed for Mass Effect 3 by EA. Love the Mass Effect series, and this is a really cool case. Notice that it's designed to look like Shepard's armor. Shepard, of course, is the main character of the game. You can play as male or female. And then check this out. The N7 designation there, you can light that up. So it has a battery in there and it'll auto shut off in about half an hour or so. I'm not sure if I like this quite as much as the Battlefield one, but again, yeah, it's pretty good, pretty cool. In addition to some of the licensed or themed cases, they also produced a couple of these that are just based on a single color. Now, it's my understanding is that these were designed to be customized by the customer. So you could get a single color of red or black, or in this case, green, and then tailor it or customize it however you want. So for instance, I could see artists taking this and putting, you know, tattoo-like things on here. I mean, you could really do whatever you want. You could do flowers, you could do skulls, anything at all. So I'm just simply gonna put together this green one here, just kind of show you what it looks like, but definitely an interesting idea. And then here's my original Gears of War 3 case. I'm showing you it here without the Xbox inside of it, just to kind of give you an idea of how much coverage you actually get. But of course, it looks awesome with a black Xbox 360S inside of it. I just think the sculpting on this is absolutely amazing with the skull as well as with the gear. It's just fantastic. So I want to give a huge shout out to Parnell, who obviously watches my channel and sent me all of these. Thank you so much. As far as I can tell, I don't think the company is actually in business anymore. It's kind of sad, but I don't think these kind of mods, these kind of cases really took off. I mean, it's really sad because I think they did a pretty good job. I also noticed recently that they're becoming somewhat collectible. If you look on sites like Amazon or eBay, you start seeing prices at 50, 60 bucks to start, sometimes going up to $100 depending on which one it is. Crazy. Anyways, guys, I know this is a quick little video, but I just wanted to share it with you. Something kind of weird and cool if you're into collecting for the Xbox 360 like I am. I love that console, and so getting these cases, well, I'm going to use them. I mean, that's just it. I'm just going to use these all the time because I think they're so awesome. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.